Hey, what's up, YouTube? Today I'm bringing you another deck profile. This time it's not on my Blackwings, as you can see. I have already uploaded a version of my Blackwings for this format. So this time will be on spellbooks, as you can see by the title. A lot of people have saying that spellbooks are not good anymore because Judgment's not a card, or Fate went to one because of freaking Bujins and Noble Knights. It kind of hurts, don't let me tell you. Fate 2-1 kind of sucks, but then it had to be done. The deck did way too much with Fate at 2. It kind of fade your opponent. Oops, sorry. Fade your opponent on their turn, and then you fade him on your turn, so it was not fun. So this is my take on spellbooks for the January 4th. Well, actually, this is the build I've been playing lately, but once we get Legacy of the Valiant is out, oh my gosh, this deck's gonna be so good, so good. So let me start with the monsters. Play triple spellbook Magician of Prophecy. He lets you search for any spellbook card you need, any spellbook spell card. So you gotta play 3 of him. He is very good. Oops, sorry for the glare. I'm playing the world version, so I'm playing triple Temperance of Prophecy. Temperance is very good. Lets you just get a priestess or a world out, and you play 3 just to maximize your chances of drawing it. Play 1 Tsukiyomi to flip down your kid, or Magician of Faith, which we got to 1. So yeah, plus it deals with your opponent's Alphion or anything that they have, so it's very good. I'm taking in 1 Magical Exemplar just because she lets me synchro or revive my guys from the graveyard when she has a spell counter. If you don't know what she does, she gains 2 counters every time a spell card is activated. So even if your opponent activates a spell, you gain 2 counters, and you can remove counters from this girl to special summon guys from the hand or graveyard. I'm playing double Kaiku just because Kaiku is my boss monster. He is the absolute nuts in this deck. I love Kaiku way too much. Hand traps, I'm playing double Veiler just because I really like Veiler. Veiler is a great card. It's my tuner. It's a spellcaster that works with tower. What else can I ask for? Veiler is just amazing. Magician of Fate. Magician of Fate to 1. Oh man, this is great. When I saw this card 1 in the ban list, I was so stoked. Like, wow. It's a slow card, but it works. It pays off. Like, it's such a good card. I'm playing 1 Priestess. I think 2 gets a bit too cloggy. Although I might be testing 2 later on, but I still think the 1 is just fine. And 1 World of Prophecy. You can world everything. Just get your pluses going. World of Prophecy lets you get 2 spellbooks to the hand when he's summoned by effect spellcaster or spellbook card. So that's good. Monster lineup's pretty... a lot of monsters, but they work. Like, it works. Spells... I'm playing triple spellbook Crescent of the Library, or Library of the Crescent. It lets you fix your hands. If it gets that, you can just banish it with Priestess. So it's a really good card. For the searcher of the deck, Spellbook of Secret turns into any spellbook that you want. If this card gets to 1, like limited, this deck is done. So please, Konami, do not limit this card. Now for the 2 Spellbook of the Master. Spellbook of the Master turns into any normal spellbook in your graveyard. Very, very good. I think 3, it's a bit too much, so 2 is just fine. 2 Towers, the soul, the heart and soul of the deck. This card lets you get pluses left and right. So, oh man, Tower, such a great card. Why are you so pretty? Now let's 2 Eternities with Fate 2-1. A lot of players are telling me to cut this to 1, but I just can't do. I just can't see myself getting it to 1. I was testing at 1 and it was doing horrible, so 2 is much needed. 2 Spellbook of Power. Yet again, a lot of players are telling me that 2 is too much, but I think 2 is just the right number. It makes Kaiku big and it kills everything. Power is such a great card. 2 Spellbook of Wisdom, just to protect your monsters. Like, you protect your guys from spells or traps, and then you just go to town with them. For the ones off Spellbook Alive, get your synchro plays going, your world plays, just bring it back. A lot of Spellbook players are not playing this card for some reason. This card wins game like in its own. And just I'd have games that I had like 40 counters on this. It was so stupid. This card in Arcanite, it's dirty. Oh my god, I tell you, you should give this a chance. If you're playing Spellbooks and you're not playing this card, you're playing it wrong. I'm sorry. And fuck you, Konami. Fuck you, Bujins, Noble Knights, everything. Thank you for putting this card, this amazing card to 1. I know it had to go to 1, but come the fuck on, man. Just come on, give us a break. Give us D-Mock at least. Like, give us at least a Spellbook of Judgment back for taking all our shit. Anyways, 1 MST on the main just to deal with those pesky continuous spell cards, or if your opponent overlays a field spell, just know it. 1 Book of Moon lets you book your kid or your Magician of Fate, so if they Valor it, you just book it and then just get another plus. And instead of Dark Hole, I'm playing 1 Smashing Ground just because Dark Hole kind of kills you and Smashing Ground doesn't. And Smashing Ground does not target if you did not know that. So Smashing Ground is really good in this deck. I mean, you could put a Dark Hole in there, but whatever. Like, Smashing Ground works. So for the traps, this is kind of interesting. A lot of players are telling me that I'm crazy because of this, but I am playing double Royal Decree. Royal Decree makes sure that my plays go off. Like, I mean, lock them background and just keep popping them with Priestess, getting plus left and right. Whenever you don't need this, you can just Priest it, you know? It's really good. I love this card. Phoenix Wing Wind Blast, it's a great card, let me tell you. Like, oh my gosh. There's a lot of monsters that cannot be killed by by battle, by destruction. This card deals with them, and such a great card, let me tell you. Double Mirror Force. Now that I'm not playing Dark Hole, I can easily main double Mirror Force. Just protect your guys. It punishes all players that overextend for no reason. Like, players are used to seeing spellbooks without traps, so haha, guess again. 1 Bottomless, just because I love Bottomless, and basically every deck must have a Bottomless nowadays if you want to do well. And Warning, because Warning is a bitch to deal with. If your opponent does not MST this, they're in for a hard time because Warning is going to punish them for blinding MSTing like noobs. Now let me show you the extra deck real quick. I won't be showing my side deck just because there's no need to. Alright, let's get with this. 1 Mazeburg Colossus. He's very good. Lets you deal with Alphion. You can make it with a Valor and a Kid, or Magician of Faith, and some other random stuff. You never know when you can make him. Underworld Fighter Balmuk. He's kind of tricky to make, but I mean, it's a random extra deck put together, so whatever. Arm, just because you can make it. TG Hyper Librarian, just because TG, it's a G. I mean, TG. Great card. Great card. If your opponent synchros, you draw plus spellcaster right there. Great. Tempest Magician, burn your opponent to death. Like, it's been games that I burned my opponent for 16,000 life points. Ridiculous. At the regional I went last time, I burned my opponent for 9,000 life points, and he was pissed. He was mad. I guess that's what you get for not playing Valors. The Vulcan the Divine, it pretty much puts back dead cards that you have in the field. Like, if you want to activate your trap, just put back your Royal Decree and a card they had. Stupid stuff. The MVP of my extra deck, Arcanite, is a great card. Oh my god, Arcanite, and a card that has counters on it. Ooh, dirty. Crimson Blader, it's my 8. Crimson Blader, it's great. A well-timed Crimson Blader can win you the game. Scrap Dragon, just because Scrap Dragon, it's a great card. I kind of like it over most level 8s nowadays. Plus, you can pop your card, like your Star Hole and get a plus and get another plus from Sprout Dragon. I'm playing Stardust Spark Dragon just to protect my face-up field, my face-up Star Hole, or anything that I want to protect itself. I'm playing Herald of Pure Light just to recycle my cards. Like if I don't want a World in my hand and I want a Kid from a grave, I could just put them back and recycle them. One got Daigusto Phoenix just because you can make it, and he is great. He puts easily 3,000 on board. Gucci, if you have nothing, you can just stall for a little bit. Shining Elf, this is the rank 2 that I see myself making most of the time just because he's really good. Like, Shining Elf is a G. I really love Shining Elf nowadays. Not even just because he's a spellcaster, but he's a great card. Like, good effect. And my only rank 7 is the Hierophant. He becomes a heavy storm. If your opponent doesn't prepare for this guy, he's going to punish them. Yeah, there's no need for me to play Big Eye or Draco Sack because, I mean, what are you going to do with them? It's just whatever. I mean, I have them. I just don't want to play them. There's no need to. I'm not going to go through my X side deck just because there's no need to, like I said. Side deck's just a bunch of random cards that you put together to combat your meta, pretty much to beat your friends. So that's my take on spellbooks. I will be doing an update as soon as we get Down Earth Magician because this deck's going to change a lot. When we would get that card is going to make this deck so much better. And if anyone has ulti Veilers for trade, hit me up. I do need an ulti Veilers. And I need another Hovili Kaiku just in case you haven't. So like I said, that was my take on spellbooks. Comment down below what you think of the deck. Like I said, I'm gonna be doing an update later on, and like the video if you like the deck, and comment what you think of it. I will be doing deck profiles, more deck profiles now that I got a new camera, and I will be doing duels. I'll be dueling against my friends and uploading them to my channel. I'll be uploading more videos from now on, so stay tuned. Just subscribe and you'll see a bunch of videos from me now. So Alex out. Bam.